Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard with a pile of colors that I have shaken over there and a 14 by 14 inch canvas over here. And you can see on my canvas I have an OXO omelet turning spatula that's available on my Amazon link, a piece of acetate card that I'm going to use as a swipe sheet, a little plastic palette knife from one of the dollar stores, and a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula, and a piece of paper towel that I will dampen. And what I want to do is a really an experiment where I use all of these tools in turn to swipe and see what happens. And first of all, I'm going to add colors, lots of colors. I'm going to do a diagonal enamel down the center, I think, as best I can. And I'm going to use colors I like, so I'm going to use the colors that will come out. Oh gosh, I hate it when that happens. Get my stuff out of the way. I'm not wasting that. So here goes. It does not matter where I put these colors because we're swiping. I want some of this beautiful folk art neon purple, and I'm going to put some white near it, whether it's, let's see what I've got. Do I want the white satin enamel? No, I don't. I'm not going to switch around right now. So I'm going to just put some white on either side of that. And I kind of like some black in there too, but I think what I'm going to do instead is use my purple. If I have gaps, I won't worry about it. I'll just tap them in with my my spatula. I don't know why I'm putting lines in here, because I really don't think that that's important right now. And I'm not spending an abundant amount of time thinking about what colors to put down. I'm just trying to pick the colors that I used and get them onto the canvas to start with. And I'm not going to go all the way to the edge in most cases, this one withstanding, just because I know I'll be pulling my swipe color. And I may tip these back and forth, or I may drag them into the center a little bit more. I probably should have been a lot closer to the center, like right here. But I suppose I could put some other black down the center and not worry about it, and that is an idea that I'm going to embrace. I like the copper near the purple, and I like the copper near the lighter colored copper, and I haven't used nearly enough red, and I'd like some of it to come out. Perfect. Everything is always an experiment as far as colors next to each other, so pay attention when you get something you like. That's all I want to say. And hopefully they won't suck. I need a little more drama over here. And I haven't used all of my colors, and that's really okay. I want some gold in here. Some more gold, I should say. Maybe that's the ticket. Maybe fill in up top with some gold and see what happens after that. I want some darker colors, and I have the Prussian blue from Grumbacher. It doesn't matter whether you're using heavy body or light body paint when you start. It's the viscosity that you get at the end. I don't think that you can really put too much Floetrol into something. The only time you should worry about your paint mixes is if you're not getting color saturation. This could turn out to be pretty cool, I hope. And I'm just filling in spaces that I feel like might be a problem or a gap. And lots of times I'll do white with that. Well, I don't know about lots of times. I just really started using this recently. So I'm going to try and get some of these paints out of my way. I'm going to look at my white and see if I want to add some more, or some more of anything. Really, the anything that I want to add is probably black. That's an Anita's. Well, just for the sake of filling in some spots, I'm going to use some of that Anita's. Anita's is really inexpensive. It's like 8 ounces for $4, sometimes 3. Now, where is... moved it away. This is not black satin enamel. This is black gloss enamel from Folk Art as a replacement for the Deco Art Americana. And I kind of think less is more with this stuff, for sure. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by getting some more of the color that I want close by. To fill in. And I think I like the orange. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be very cool. I'm going to try not to drop anything on the ground. And I'm going to get my edge catcher over here in case I want to tip. And I kind of want to tip anyway. I really can't. I really want to, but I really can't. So what I'm going to do is turn that this way, and I'm going to start. I'm going to let that paint fall over. And I should probably have one of those on the other side. So I'm just dragging that little Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula right down through the satin enamels. And I know what I can do. I've got a little container up here, and I can scrape my colors off right there. So there's my first swipe. And that's with the little Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula that you can find on the Amazon link. And there's my larger spatula swipe, of which I'm going to do 2 of those. And I'm going to wish I'd put another edge catcher down on the other side. But in the meantime, I'm going to just take that paint and shuffle it right into that little container, because I will find a use for that, I promise you. Alright, so that's 2 down. Here's the palette knife. Let's do something a little different with that. Still scrape it off into my container. I'm going to let that fall down over the side. Wow, I'm down to acetate and wet paper towel that isn't wet yet. So let's go ahead. Whoops. Okay, let's not do that again. Let's go ahead and use the acetate. Let that paint fall down over the edge. Wipe that off in my little container, which is absolutely beautiful at this point. I'm going to have to dump it on something else. And I want that paint off of there, so I am going to give it to myself right now. That sounded really weird. I'm going to just scrape it with my spatula right into my container. Look at that, container's pretty cool right now. Oh yes, drip. Never mind. I'm going to wipe off my spatula so I don't come back to it later and find it with dried on paint. And it doesn't take very long in the Florida heat. I am outside. So we did the, yes, that's pretty awesome. We did the acetate card, but I want to do it again. I've been watching blooms this morning, and I have all the equipment to do the blooms. Oh, I love those cells. I'm going to go back to using my my spatula and take all of that paint, and there's quite a bit of it right there. Put it right in my little extra container and use it in a minute for whatever. Alright, here goes nothing. I'm going to dry that off a little bit. Here's the paper towel. And they are all a little different from each other. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to change it to the other side over here. I'm also going to tap off any paint I've got. So what did I like best? That's what I'm going to use next. And I don't like the paper towel as much, only for the one reason is I cannot salvage the paint there. And do I want to go back and forth? I kind of do. I think we should go for it and put a basting brush in some of this. I want more black satin and black gloss enamel from Folk Art. I don't mind saving that pink because it's pretty awesome. Alright, so that's the basting brush, and the basting brush is pretty cool also. I'm going to go down my edges and tap my finger along them to try and get some coverage, probably most of which will be after you're gone. Just going to use my basting brush really gently. What else? I said I wanted to do chain too, didn't I? Let's grab a piece of smaller chain because that's what most people have. I like this number 10, but it's super expensive by the spool. It's like 40 bucks. So let's go ahead. Oh boy. I really like what I've got there. I really don't want to mess it up. I'm going to do it anyway. So that's a chain swipe. Now I've got plenty of colors and it's a gorgeous design and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. Maybe sooner than later. I'm going to take any of the little paint that I've got. If I see a little gap anywhere, I'm going to tap. I'm going to take my torch in a minute, and it will be just a minute because I want to touch up my edges with the paint that I've got here. And what's cool about the paint that I've got here that's fallen over is anywhere that I put it on the edge of the canvas, it's going to look magnificent, I promise you. I've got plenty of it. It's just going to be a whole nother aspect. Paint leads paint, so as the paint is heavy, it's going to fall right down. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but not everybody can afford the ingredients for the blooming technique, and this is a really nice alternative. The black enamel and the white enamel in gloss or semi-gloss by Folk Art or by Deco Art Americana, they're both awesome. They work beautifully. And I don't think I need anything else on my edges, but I do need to tell you guys that if you want me to stay at YouTube, the most important thing that you can do to help me out is to watch the videos longer. I never tried blowing, but I like that little white stripe. This is awesome. I'm throwing all of my tools, including that chain and that spatula, into the bucket. And I'm going to torch. And my little card that I'm supposed to remember to tell you guys, I want to say thank you so much to everybody in 2019 and 2020 for helping me by contributing to keep the studio rolling, by entering the drawing that I hold once a month. And in January, it's for a choice of one of 7 paintings. Either one of my books called Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, Volume 1 and Volume 2, available on the Amazon link as a conventional softcover book and or an ebook, which will get you all kinds of links. Oh, I like where that's going. I want to tip it a little bit. No, don't do that. I just love what I've got. I use GAC 800 in all of my paint mixes, which means that my paint doesn't crack when it dries heavy. And it is pretty heavy. And make sure that I don't have any canvas. I'm going to make sure I hold my torch far enough away from the canvas to not burn anything too badly. I don't want to heat that at all because I'm going to put it in my little container in a second. This is stunning. I am so pleased with this. This is as close to me getting to a bloom before mixing my bloom paints as I can possibly get. So I do sell my artwork, and if you're interested, my email address is right under the video. It's easpbgallery, galleries the whole word spelled out, @gmail.com. I give lessons at the house. January's booked, but February's not booked yet. I have Teespring clothing under the video, and all over print t-shirts and all over print leggings, and a lot more things there actually. My paint pouring recipe for the enamel or any of my paints is also under the video. I have playlists on my channel header. Go to created playlists. 1 through 10 have 100 in them, and the other 11 are genres like abstracts and swipes. My Amazon link is also under the video. It's the first blue link, and any shopping you do there is at no added cost to you and helps me out immensely. I have the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas and chain and basting brushes and even little cream pitchers, which are really my favorite now. And all kinds of paint, everything you can imagine. The commercials keep me in paint, so if you decide you want to support me and you can't do it any other way, just know that watching the commercials on top of watching the video as long as possible help me out. Your thumbs up is really, really nice to have. I appreciate that very much, and your comments are awesome. Thank you guys for being so generous to me all the time, and thank you for the contributions again. Really and seriously, I really, really am happy with that. I have Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter underneath the video, and if you're looking for the place you can contribute through, it's PayPal or Patreon, and the links are under the video and on my channel, YouTube channel header. On the end screens is where you're going to find the prizes mentioned for the monthly video, which last month was an exhibition of 18 by 24s, and this month is coming right up, and in between classes I'm going to have to make another video to let you guys know. I keep thinking maybe I should just run the same paintings again because they were fabulous. Thank you to 85,000 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here so much. And remember, watching longer will help me stay here. And my income is down 2/3, but I love you guys and I'm here for you, and I'm going to stay here for you as long as I can. Pretty quick, I'm going to scrape the rest of that paint off into my cup. But in the meantime, I'm going to say, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio. And this is like maybe the coolest thing I have ever created, doing something in an experimental way. And I'm absolutely in love. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now. Priscilla out. I will see you anon. Oh yeah, I forgot. I always post tomorrow's video on Facebook, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group, which is for students, and also on the community board on my channel on YouTube. I do have other Facebook pages, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Totes and More. You can find a Shop Now button that'll show you what I've been doing on Fine Art America and Pixels.com since 2013. And Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Fans and Collectors, is where I put as many of the photographs of the artworks I created on YouTube as I can possibly manage to get around to. I will see you guys anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out. Woohoo! I love it. I really do. Thank you guys so much for being here. You inspire the heck out of me. Bye.